Welcome to Stony Finance Lab channel.
My name is Joe Corrao, and the financial resource I'll be talking about is The Dave Ramsey Show. So, what is The Dave Ramsey Show? One can say that it is where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. But really, it's a podcast hosted by Dave Ramsey and a co-host called a Dave Ramsey personality. The show is very informal as it consists of people of all ages calling in for financial and life advice. Some just ask for financial advice, but others ask for financial advice that also affects their life and relationships. Dave Ramsey's two key lessons he preaches is to have no debt and to save for retirement. When people call in, he will either touch upon the caller's behavioral issues, budgeting issues, and will tell them to learn more about Ramsey's Financial Peace University that uses the 7 baby steps. When dissecting a caller's problems or giving them a future financial goal, Ramsey always refers to the 7 baby steps. Let's go to the next slide and learn about the 7 baby steps. In this first step, your goal is to save $1,000 as fast as you can. Your emergency fund will cover those unexpected life events you can't plan for. Assuming you already have debt, you don't want to dig a deeper hole while you're trying to work your way out of debt. Next, it's time to pay off the cars, the credit cards, and the student loans. Start by listing all of your debts except for your mortgage. Put them in order by balance from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. Pay minimum payments on everything but the little one. Attack that one with vengeance. Once it's gone, take that payment and put it toward the second smallest debt, making minimum payments on the rest. That's why it's called a debt snowball method, and you'll use it to pay your debts one by one. Once you've paid off your debt, you don't slow down. Take that money you were throwing at your debt and build a fully funded emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of your expenses. This will protect you against life's bigger surprises, like the loss of a job or your car breaking down without slipping back into debt. Now you can shift your focus off debts and what-ifs and start looking up the road. This is where you begin regularly investing 15% of your gross income for retirement. Because if you're still working at 67, it should be because you want to, not because you have to. By this step 5, you've paid off all debts except the house and start saving for retirement. Next, it's time to save for your children's college expenses. Ramsey recommends 529 college saving plans or the ESA's, education savings accounts. Now your mortgage should be the only thing between you and complete freedom from debt. Any extra money that you put toward your mortgage could save you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. Now that you have no debt, you can do anything you want. Ramsey says, now you can live and give like no one else. You continue building wealth and become generous with your money. At the same time, you can leave an inheritance for your children and leave a wonderful legacy. While Dave Ramsey talks about being debt-free and saving for retirement, he touches upon behavioral finance. For example, he talks about controlling yourself not to go into debt. In class, we discuss that education is a reason to go into debt because it can generate future cash flows. But Ramsey believes that you should cash flow your education if possible. Next, Ramsey discusses that it is incredibly important to save now for retirement, that way you can accomplish financial freedom. Dave Ramsey's show speaks about financial goals and nudge personal finance, which are major aspects in behavioral finance. One of the most important lessons I learned from this resource is that it takes discipline to complete your goals. I specifically recommend this resource because it is extremely easy to understand and it sets you on a track to financial freedom if done correctly. Also, we know that money isn't everything, and callers ask Ramsey for advice on how to handle relationships in the midst of financial issues, which reminds you that we are all normal people. After listening to the show, it is apparent that anyone can benefit from listening to the podcast. I've heard callers who were 18, and I've heard callers who are in their 60s. Dave Ramsey's podcast is not the only helpful resource. His website has plenty of free tools to help you with your finances. For example, the EveryDollar app allows you to create a budget to help you plan your payments. The retirement calculator tells you exactly how much you will need to retire and how much you need to save each month to make that number a reality. The mortgage payoff calculator can tell you how fast you can pay off your mortgage. You just enter information about your mortgage loan and how much extra you plan to pay toward your principal balance. These resources can be found on the Ramsey website in the free tools section. If you are interested in Dave Ramsey and want to go more into depth with his philosophy, he also has many books to offer. The 3 most popular are The Total Money Makeover, Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money, and Smart Money, Smart Kids. The Total Money Makeover is for average people who want a simple financial plan. Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money is for beginners who want to learn more about personal finances. Smart Money, Smart Kids is for parents and guardians aiming to teach their kids how to be smart with money.
Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.